Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. Welcome to the OTL Skypad. Today we're analysing Woof's Hotlap around Snetterton 200 in the Megane touring car. We'll be running GTI Yoda's Hotlap alongside for comparison, and straight away before we start we can see Yoda with an extra 1 miles an hour over the start line, which helps with the rundown into turn 1. Using the first marker as a reference, turn 1 is a light dab on the brakes, aiming for an early apex. If we pause it at the apex, we can see two things. Firstly, Woof has scrubbed a little too much speed off, and he's also got traction control on, which slightly unsettles and hampers the car on exit. We'll slow down the clips before turn 2. Woof is slightly early on the brakes and the car begins to drift away from the left before his full turning, reducing the radius of the corner. He hits the apex well and carries ideal speed, but the shift from gear 1 to 2 hampers his exit onto the back straight. His first sector is a 22.7, 3 tenths down on Yoda's, but you can see it wouldn't be too difficult for Woof to close that gap. I'm just going to delay Yoda's lap by 3 tenths so we can look at sector 2 side by side. Woof's slightly earlier on the brakes and turns in earlier too. What this means is that the entry to the following right-hander is really narrow, so when we pause it here you can visually see this. It's almost flat out from this exit until the final corner, so you have to prioritise the right-hander. Just to showcase the importance of that exit, Yoda comes into the apex here at 97 miles an hour, whereas Woof is 2 miles an hour down at 95. Sector 2 time for Woof is 25.7 compared to Yoda's 25.1. The good news here for Woof is that he can still find a huge amount of time with a small line adjustment for sector 2. So we just paused it for 6 tenths and we'll go into the final 2 corners. So as we come around the penultimate corner, we can see Woof slightly feathering the throttle. This corner should be flat out until the point of deacceleration, and you can see the difference in speed between the 2 laps as we approach the brake markers. The last corner is horrible, the balance of the car is super challenging, so Woof does a really good job of braking in a straight line and keeping everything stable. If we pause it here, we can see that the corner has been made slightly narrow for Woof, which will affect the run onto the final straight. The final sector from Woof is a 23.5, just 3 tenths down from Yoda's. Some good lines and a clear ability for sim racing. It should be too difficult for Woof to reduce his 112.0 down into the 11s. With some minor tweaks in sector 2, he'll be very much at a pace worthy of tier 1. So thanks for joining us here at OTL Skypad. Just make sure you tune into OTL Twitch channel on Tuesday night at 8 PM to see tier 1 racing leagues unfold on the Xbox. I'm going to run these 2 laps side by side unedited, but I'll see you next time. Cheers.